is facing backlash, and we got into it briefly before I got the phone call, after saying she used the money her son was saving for a car to pay household bills. So the son hits her up and says, "Ma, you seen that money in the box under my bed?" She said, "Yeah, I seen it." So he's like, "So where is it?" "That's my money to get a car." She said, "I put it on bills." So he said, "Are you serious? That's all my hard work. That wasn't yours to touch. What the F?" Not cussing at mamas. And then, she said, "And these lights, this water, this roof is my hard work." Hey mama, we back. Ain't no child hiding thousands under my roof while I'm paying everything by myself, and watch your mouth. The son said, "This is not fair, bro. I'm just going to go live with my dad." She said, "Life isn't fair. Welcome to adulthood. And if your daddy wanted you, he would have had you. Now what you want for dinner?" Spoken like a true black mama now. I ain't finna argue with you, and we ain't finna go back and forth with you. She said, "I needed it. I used it. Accepted. It is what it is." So was this mother wrong for taking her son's money? He was saving money to buy his own car. She took the money to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? The bills ain't gonna pay themselves. And if he got a stack underneath the bed, I mean, what you want mama to do? She should have asked, though. I'm just saying. I don't know how old this boy is. And I think it was Isapope said that she shouldn't have to ask. You know, he should be helping his mama out. Joey Cake said dead wrong. Why do you feel like she was dead wrong, Joey Cake? You feel like she should have probably asked him first? I think she should have asked. I don't think you just... And mommy, you said it was theft. Is that true, though? Would it be her child? Would that still be considered theft? I think she should have just, asked. But then you have some mamas that feel like, look, you living under my house, under my roof. You need lights. You need this AC, just as much as I do. I'm out here working too. And meanwhile, you over here stacking. Ain't no saving. If I can't say, you ain't saving either. Knock all this. Let me stop. Knock all of this over. But I'm just saying. Was this mama wrong? Again, I'm on the fence with this one here because I'm like, she needed it for the bills, though. She needed it to pay the bills, though. And that's mama. Mama said, why she asking a grown-ass man with thousands what he want for dinner? Boy, bye. I don't know if he's grown. I think I'm not sure if he's a teenager because I know, in 1985 asked me how old he was. I'm not 100% sure. What up, Big Rob? I'm not 100% sure what the age is, but, I guess she used this bill money. That's the least she could do. So, DC Big Rob, we're talking about a mother facing backlash after saying she used the money to pay her son's household bills. She said grown. No. Hold on. Let me go back and read this. So this is the text message thread that they had. Mama, you seen that box under my bed? What up, got you open, ENT? We're talking about today. I hopped on and hopped off, but we're back. A mother's facing backlash after saying she used the money her son was saving for a car to pay his household bills. So he said, "Mama, have you seen the box under my bed?" She said, "Yeah, I seen it." "So where is it?" "That's my money to get a car." She said, "I put it on bills." What up, Rashad? He said, "Are you serious right now? That's all my hard work. That wasn't yours to touch. What the F?" And she said, "And these lights, this water, and this roof is my hard work. Ain't no child," she said child, "hiding thousands under my roof while I'm paying everything by myself, and watch your mouth." He said, "This isn't fair." She said, "Life isn't fair. Welcome to adulthood." Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you, mama. Welcome to, well, maybe he's 18. Because 18, right? You're considered to be an adult, right? 18. So, well, that's why she's saying, welcome to adulthood. And if your daddy wanted you, he would have. Now, what you want for dinner? All right, Rashad, did you hear the premises of this? And hi, how are you today? Rashad was over here. You were funny yesterday. I was rolling.
I was funny yesterday. Was I on yesterday?
No. In the comments when I was out.
Oh
Yeah.
man, look,
You said the
you
people hot. You said don't nobody want to hear that. The people hot.
hell yeah. You didn't you say she was 11 hours late?
I was there for 11 hours. And
Oh,
yeah, I was there
well,
for 11 hours. And I got called a bald head scallywag.
I mean that's because people were hot. They were angry. It wasn't directed at you.
Oh
It
no,
was
I called I said to the guy, I said, "What up, Cisco?"
oh
I was trying to
no.
be nice. I was trying to be nice. I thought it was a compliment. I guess Cisco is not a compliment in the LGBTQ world. Cause he was
No.
like, "Bitch, don't talk to me." I bitch. I'm sorry. What did I say wrong? Cisco's a legend. You got the blonde hair. He said, he ain't no legend in my eyes, bitch. You bald headed bitch. I said, oop. I said, bald headed, sir. You ain't that far removed from me. Stop playing with me. But I do got a question for my LGBTQ folks. Why is that y'all favorite line to use? Why do y'all call somebody a bald headed bitch? Why is
Because
that your line to use? OC
because
said Nadine. And then too, if we and I'm not trying to change the subject, but if we're talking about protecting black women at all costs, that starts with you men in the LGBTQ community as well.
no, that don't count for them. Y'all don't give a fuck if they protect y'all. Y'all don't
Why?
care.
Who don't?
Majority of y'all.
Why do
Y'all
you
do
say that?
not care.
Why do you say that?
The black women culture follows whatever black homosexual men do. All of the stuff that y'all do now, the majority of it, is normally what they were doing in their communities. And y'all took it and
We
adopted it. Oh
we
yeah,
we
100%. So, um, number one, the biggest culture shift that we had in the black community was these damn fans. Now everybody has fans. Yeah. Who started that?
oh I thought it was that man who made that fan song.
They were
I'm
they were
sorry.
they
I
were
didn't follow it
they
like
were
that.
they were popping them fans in their community. When they go to that whole death drop party shit that they be doing, I know you've seen the parties where all of the dudes be up there doing the death drop. You know what the death drop is? So you
Where
never
they hike up, they go like this and then drop down.
and it, with their leg, it dropped
Yeah.
down on their leg. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I never knew what it was called.
Yeah, it's a death drop. And so when when they started really getting together and partying like that, the bands came with it. And then they was using them to, make the noise because the one thing that I'll tell you about a black homosexual man, they are the most loud and obnoxious thing in the fucking world. And so anything that you can do to make more noise is what they are all about.
OC
And
said the one leg up and you hit the floor.
yeah,
It's in my head now, OC.
yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
because I was like, what is that? But no, I'm sorry, Rashad, because if you black straight heterosexual men have to be held accountable, so do that.
No,
I'm
but
sorry,
here's my point.
so do that.
They do have to be held accountable, but y'all don't hold them accountable. Y'all allow them to be as loud and y'all allow them to be more loud and obnoxious than black women.
OC said we are not all loud.
The majority, I won't say everybody, but I guarantee you, you pick a fight with a sissy on the street. Oh, he about to raise the octave.
OC, I got it. Let me ask OC. OC, I called. I said, okay, Cisco. I said, oh, okay, Cisco. Is Cisco a bad thing in the LGBT community? Because I had no idea. I will never say it again. Now I promise you that. Not after he called me a bald-headed bitch.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, because I have to laugh because I looked at his head and I was like, did he just call me bald-headed? And you ain't got that much hair on your damn self. Sir, get out my face. I said bald-headed. OC said, was he young? He looked young. And another question is that again, is that your favorite line to use? You like to call women ball, but no, I got to hold them accountable because if I'm holding heterosexual men accountable for
I
protecting
agree.
black at all costs, then that needs to be it needs to be the same because let me tell you, it is not cool for you to go around calling black women out of their name. Don't call me no bitch. Okay? Because
Look,
if I'm not calling you out your name, don't call me no B.
you will get called a black bitch by a homosexual man faster than you will from a heterosexual man because that's their go-to because they know that line hurts black women more than anything else. And that's just trauma from the past because let's be honest,
It did sting a little when he called me a bald
I
headed bitch.
told you that's because that's the reason why we say it. A
Okay.
lot of black women had issues with hair growing up. A lot of them had issues with hair. And so being called bald headed since you were a kid, it takes you back to, you know, takes you back to hearing it when you were young, to you. And then it's more than just a bald headed bitch, but a black bald headed bitch. If
Well,
you
he didn't
throw
say
black on it, well, yeah,
he,
but that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Sometimes
He
that's
said
added.
he said, "Don't talk to me, you bald headed bitch."
Yeah, yeah.
I said, "Yo, what did I know?" I said, "Yo, all I said was Cisco."
Yeah.
I said
And then
Cisco
to
legend.
and then to your mom's point, they also compete with y'all. Y'all are in competition with them.
And Mama said they mad because they want to be women. OC said not these days. OC, yeah, they do. Mama said because that's their favorite line.
Yep.
Uh, DC Big Rob says Cisco isn't gay to my knowledge. I only said Cisco because he had the blonde hair. He was blonde hair chocolate with blonde hair. Okay, I'm not even gonna start on people that do because I would never. You will never see me with no blonde hair on here. Just know it. Okay. Um, but that's first of all. So I thought it was a compliment. I was trying to compliment him. I'm like, okay, Cisco, I'm a very friendly person. I talk to everybody. If I see something I like on you, I'm going to be like, okay, girl, or okay. But for you to just lead with, bitch, don't talk to me. I'm sorry. What did I do to you, sir? I didn't do anything. I'm thinking I'm giving you a compliment. Cisco a legend. And he was like, not in my eyes, you bald headed bitch. Okay, now, not too much now.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you
look,
know why? I think you look cute. Thank you, OC. I guess it's because I ain't got a 40-inch bust down Brazilian down my back. Is why I'm a bald headed bitch then. So it is what it is.
look, man. That's that insanity. That's that competition because
But no,
y'all definitely competing with black gay men, especially
but
in Atlanta.
we were on a whole nother subject. But I want to come back to this subject because nah, Rashad, if I'm holding you accountable as a heterosexual man, I'm not making no excuses for their asses. I'm not doing
Well,
it. They need to
once
be held
again,
accountable too.
once again, Didi, I've told you a million times you're not the normal woman, and so you don't think like normal women. But most of those women out there do not hold them homosexual black men accountable. They don't.
I'm gonna
They
say
laugh
they said
at them.
the church ladies.
I don't know what that.
She said old church ladies.
Okay, but
Yeah, wasn't when Tristan on here? He had mentioned, or Tristan or Fa mentioned how something about the church was more. I think it was Fa. I'm not sure for sure. The church was more, or it might have been you that said the church leans more towards homosexuality, like accepting acceptance of the gay man, which is, I mean, no
no,
problem with.
that definitely had to be Hefe. Um, but I don't believe that's true.
Okay. Mama said I told a young man he smelled good. He looked at me and walked away. No, thank you. No, nothing. I got you open ears. He said, I like your hairstyle, Didi. Thank you. I'm just, trying to do the natural thing, child. I mean, it bothered me a little bit because I'm like, is this nigga
I
calling me
told
bald
you.
head?
I told you. They
I
use it
mean,
because they know that that's the one thing that's gonna take all of y'all back to that regressive stage, and you're gonna feel it.
and my mom was like, hey, Olivia, thank you for the follow. I'm great. Mr. Oliver says, why did you, I can't hit no man. I don't even, and then I was in my work. because my mom was like, I'm surprised you didn't cuss him out. I'm thinking about, I'm in my work outfit, and it's
Yeah, you're
people
at
with,
work. You can't be doing that.
and there's people with phones. That was my
Yep.
first thing. If I get out of character, these people gonna be recording me, and I work for this radio station.
Yeah.
And what you think they gonna do? Didi
You'll be.
Parker from Kids 104.1,
Yeah,
and it
you'll be
ain't gonna be
viral.
his fault. It's gonna
Yep.
be my fault.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be his fault. It's gonna be my fault.
Didi Parker, gay bashing.
Yeah, because Mama
Yep.
said, "Oh, you should have said this." I was like, "No," because it was
Tell
mad
your
people.
mama to sit down. Tell your mama to sit down.
You
She
already
always ready to pop off. Sit down, mama.
OC said a lot of black gay guys are mean for no reason. They always ready to fight. And see,
100%.
that's the thing, OC. I'm thankful that my boyfriend wasn't there because that would have led to that would have been a that would
Oh,
not
yeah.
that would
Yeah.
not been a situation.
But let's be honest. If your man was standing there next to you, he wouldn't have said that.
That's what I said to my mama.
They
That's
they
what I
they
said.
take they
Yeah,
take advantage of y'all.
yeah,
They
yeah.
take advantage of y'all. It's 100%.
I definitely want to come back and have this conversation, but I want to have this conversation, Rashad, with you and when FA is on here. So we're gonna have to collaborate a day, cause now, and cause like I said, if I'm holding my brothers, my heterosexual brothers accountable, nah, I'm gonna need my LGBTQ men, not you, OC, cause you the sweetest thing ever, but I'm gonna need some of y'all to come to the front of the pulpit,
No
okay?
pun intended.
I'm gonna need y'all to come to the front of the pulpit because you know what I'm saying. The disrespect. Because if you telling heterosexual men to protect black women at all costs, y'all should be doing the same thing. I don't care what you relate to.
Y'all be
That
giving them a pass.
no,
Y'all,
you ain't
y'all give them a pass.
respectful. So, but anyway, that's not what we were talking about today. We were talking about this mom, Rashad, and I need to know, was this mama wrong for taking her son's money? So a mother is facing backlash after saying she used the money her son was saving for a car to pay household bills. Um, Let me do this text thread, and then Mama said we already know FA in 1985 bash women. 1985, he has his moments. He doesn't bash. He speaks his truth. We ain't gonna say he bashes. We gonna say he speaks his truth.
Mama, you say I be bashing black women too. Your mama she just thinks, your mama don't like nobody.
But he speak his piece. I'm not mad about it. That's why I love y'all. Discussions with Didi Parker. We all have differences of opinions, and that's why it's called Discussions with Didi Parker. Because you see, we be all over the place, but it's all good. All right, this is what the mama said. So the son said, "Mama, you seen that box under my bed?" She said, "Yeah, I seen it." So he said, "So where is it? That's my money to get a car." She said, "I put it on bills." He said, "Are you serious? That's all my hard work. That wasn't yours to touch. What the F?" Um, then the mama said, "And these lights, this water, and this roof is my hard work. Ain't no child hiding thousands under my roof while I'm paying everything by myself. And watch your mouth." He said, "This isn't fair, bro. I'm finna go live with my dad." She said, "Life ain't fair. Welcome to adulthood. And if your daddy wanted you, he would. Now what you want for dinner?" And Mama said, "You already know FAO." Mama said, "I did not, Rashad. I think you Mama thinks, yeah, Mama, she never said you be bashing women, Rashad. She think you
Man, that is boo. No, that is a lie. Your mama used to be always talking about how I always end up turning it on women. You always end up turning it on women. You always end up turning it on women. Mm-mm. Don't be changing your tune just because you like me now. Nope.
All
Nope.
right, what you think, Rashad, on this topic though? Was this mama
I,
wrong?
I think they both wrong.
Okay. I like this point. Why you
No,
feel like they're both
they're
wrong?
both wrong. You can't be in your mama's house not paying bills. If you're a man, you can't be in your mama's house not paying bills. Bottom line. Bottom
1985.
line.
Why is she saying welcome to adulthood? Is he might be on the verge of maybe adulthood. You know how like you 17, 18, 19, you in that purgatory state. But okay, so you say he was wrong. Now why you feel like the mama was wrong?
Man, speaking of mamas, tell your mama to stand up and say it in my face.
What did she say? You can what did she say? You can do your sense, LOL Rashad. Oh
Mm-hmm.
y'all funny. Got you overseas. See what I gotta deal with? These two y'all. Rashad, why was the mama wrong?
She was wrong because you can't take his money. you got to talk to him about that, and y'all got to sit down and y'all got to do that. That's stealing. Even though he's your child and all this other stuff, if he's bringing money to the house, you take it. I mean, that's stealing. That is what causes that trauma,
So
right?
he technically have her put in jail.
No, I don't think he can have him put in jail, because I think by the letter of the law, I don't think it's stealing because he's a minor, right? And I really don't know. That's just like saying, um, a lot of mamas used to put, the light bill in their kids' names and mess their
Yeah,
credit up,
cable bill.
and I don't know if they can actually, get arrested for that, right? I don't know anybody that's ever been arrested for that. I don't know anybody, so I don't know 100% on that one. So let me not speculate, but technically it's stealing. I don't know if she can go to jail, but technically it's stealing. I'm talking about right or wrong, right? He was wrong for stashing money and not helping out with bills, and she was wrong for taking his money and spending it without his knowledge. Bad situation all around.
Got you, Open ET. How you feel about the situation? Welcome to the chat, discussions with
Peace,
DD
peace,
Park.
peace. Rashad, what up, King?
You got to go. You
Um,
got it.
I don't know, man, because I guess I'm in that situation with my son. You know what I mean? I'm a single dad, and my son 18, and he's saving up money for a car. However, though, I told him, as long as you're in school and you're working and you doing what you gotta do, I got everything in the house.
Yeah.
I want you to save up for your car. I want you to do this. I want to afford you an opportunity to be able to have a leg to stand on. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how hard it is out here. Because I didn't have that. I basically had to hustle for everything that I acquired. You know what I'm saying? Up to this point. So I agree with Rashad though that I felt like mom should have had a conversation with her son, and when her son started working, then it should have been like, hey, listen, you working now? Maybe you could pay, I don't know, the light bill, the electric bill, or something, or give me $50. You know what I'm saying? Like when I started working, my dad was like, all right, now you got to pay $50 a month or $50 a week to the house.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, all right, I'm cool with it. But then when I came in at like 2 in the morning, he was like, you ain't supposed to come. And in my head, I was like, well, damn, if I'm paying rent, then you can't tell me what to do and when I can come out. And
Yeah.
then at 17, I moved out. Because I felt like, yo, if I got to pay you rent and I still got to hear your mouth, nah, I'm out. So I moved out. You know what I'm saying? So again, I agree with Rashad. It's about communication. Everything's about communication.
Everything's about
You know what I'm saying?
communication. I mean,
Everything's
I
about communication.
I stayed with my mom after I came back from college, and I was staying in her house, and I wasn't paying rent. And my justification for that was she used to like, she used to like getting, big gifts and things like that. And she wasn't good with money. So if I gave it to her, it was just gonna get burned off somewhere, right?
Mm.
So I would like for Christmas I'd get a big screen TVs and all this other stuff for a birthday, and let's just be honest. Hold on. So, and let's just be honest. Women, y'all have so many holidays where we have to buy you stuff.
Yeah. Wait, was it? Well, Sunday was
I can agree.
National Wipes Appreciation Day.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Man, I'm not recognizing no shit like that. So, so,
It was, yeah, Sunday was National Wife Appreciation Day. Because I
so
talked
you
about
got
it on the radio. I was like, oh
Christmas,
God.
you got Valentine's Day, you got a birthday, or you got Mother's Day, and then you got a birthday. That's four. That's four events every year that she wants like big stuff for. And so that's why I was not paying rent because I was always buying her stuff. But
Yeah.
then she had talked to my dad, and my dad found out that I wasn't paying no rent. He was like, I don't care what you do. He said, you give her something on this rent. And so I was like, fine. So I started paying rent, but then I stopped buying the gifts. And so it was just like that was my situation. But in the situation that they're in, If you find the money, fine. Take it, put it to the side. When he comes in, you talk. That's the way that
But
works.
What if
all
he
right,
says
so
no, though?
listen. But not even
If he
that.
says no, then you start charging rent.
Okay, but how did she find the money unless she went in there looking?
She might have been trying to clean up. I'm sure niggas was dirty. If he ain't paying no bills at the house, I'm sure the nigga was dirty. I'm sure his room was dirty.
Yeah,
And
get
you
some
laughing
yelling.
because you know I'm right. Your son got a dirty room too.
Who
Nah,
Your
you
he
son got.
laughing?
don't. My
Oh.
son
Oh,
got a
okay.
dirty room. No, my son room dirty. He 18. His room dirty. He got clothes all over the room.
Oh,
I
exactly.
go to his room and I be like, man, clean your damn room, boy.
Exactly. That's my point. That's why
You
you
know what
started laughing. That's why you started
I
laughing when I said, his room is dirty.
mean? But I ain't going in there to clean it though. I'm not
Tell me
going to
Well,
about
clean
you,
that's
it.
because
boy.
you're a daddy. You're a daddy. We don't do
Okay.
that shit.
Hold on,
Nah,
let me
not at all.
because we got some new folks, and then I want to read some of these comments, but I want to tell the new folks what we're talking about. So a mother, she's getting backlash after she says she used the money her son was saving for a car to pay her household bills. For the new folks, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker, Rashad, and Got You Open ET on with me today. Mama said I told you it was stealing. I didn't know it was considered stealing. I'm like, it's your damn kid. How you stealing if it's your child? But I guess the law is the law. Mama said, what good is a car you don't have? No lights, no food, no place to live. Mama said we got 3, 4. What up? It's a Pope 49. We still back talking on the same topic. Welcome back to the chat. But what are your thoughts? Was this mother wrong for just taking her son's money? Was she
I
wrong for it?
mean, if all right, so I felt like the young man was doing himself a solid. He was actually saving his own hard-earned work money to save for a car, right? Now, again, communication. Hey, mom, I'm saving up for a car. What do you need from me? But she took all his money. She could have took a couple of hundred. Hey, listen, I see you got this money. I need maybe $200-300 of it. You took all his money
Yeah.
and left him with zero. So now he's starting from donuts again. You know what I mean? That's wrong. That's wrong. Because I know your bills wasn't all that. And if your bills are all of that, again, he didn't ask to be here. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
about to say, you know them. You know how much my Jordan Power bill is next month?
And look, you already know. And listen. You already know, man. Snapping shows, you owe a penny, they cutting you off. You know what I mean? So
I looked at the bill like George Power. It's 2 people that live here. Only 2. Who use
yeah,
all this
yeah.
energy?
But at the
So
same, but again, communication, yo. You don't take this man's money like that.
I didn't grow up
Because he's
that way.
definitely going to see you differently as his mother now.
I didn't grow up that way because whatever was in that house belonged to the adults. You was the child and you did as you was told. So if
I
it was
mean, I grew up like that too. That's why a lot of times
what up,
they
Pepe?
didn't know what the hell I had going on. Shit, I had so much stuff in my closet.
What up?
It took my mother going in my closet because she used to like to wear my shirts to find half the stuff I had in there.
All right, because we definitely got some new folks. What up, FA? What up, B? Diggs? Welcome, Mr. Clean Clean.
Yeah.
Hello,
I
son.
can't be
What's
What
giving
good,
up,
them.
y'all? How y'all
1985?
doing? What's good, y'all?
Peace
How
on
y'all
peace.
doing?
What's good, son?
Got you opening tea. You said this mama was wrong. We're gonna get to that, but I want to read what we're tell these folks, give them the breakdown. So mother is facing backlash after saying she used the money her son was saving for a car to pay his household bills. So the son said, "Mama, you seen that box under my bed?" She said, "Yeah, I seen it." So he said, "So where is it? That was the money I was saving to get a car." She said, "I put it on bills." He said, "Are you serious right now? That's all my hard work. That wasn't yours to touch. What the F?" First of all, you don't talk to your mama like that. That's first of all. Okay. And these lights, this water, and this roof is my hard work, she said to mama. Ain't no child hiding thousands under my roof while I'm paying everything by myself. And watch your mouth.
I
Um,
know.
and he said, this issue isn't fair, bro. I'm just fitting to go live with my dad. Life ain't fair, the mama said. Welcome to adulthood. And if your daddy wanted you, he would have. So now what you want
See,
for dinner? I
see,
think she has a
no,
point,
see,
though.
she shouldn't have said that last part. If
Nah,
your daddy
definitely
wanted
not.
you, that's the bullshit right there.
Right,
That's some
right,
toxic
right,
shit right
right,
there,
Yeah,
right,
bro.
yeah,
right.
can't do
Hold
that.
on, but she
That's
has a. Is she not trying to school him for adulthood though? I'm playing devil's
No,
advocate
No, no,
here.
no, no.
no,
If you no,
no,
this the thing
no.
you gotta do, man. You trying to and I'm, my son about to turn 7, but when he older, I'm gonna do this with him. If you trying to school him to be an adult, then you teach him how to manage money towards his own responsibilities. Meaning, you gonna pay your own cell phone bill. I'm gonna make you invest some of your money, so where you can save for the future. But I'm not about to feel a level of ownership over you to where I could just steal your money, not ask you about it, not tell you about it, like that's the begin, and then that's the beginning of a toxic relationship that goes past childhood
Very
because
much so.
she probably not gonna stop needing money from him after he leave the house. She's still that's how you get what they call the son husbands, where it's like this dude 25, 26, 27 years old trying to date and trying to meet women and trying to live his life, but he's still giving his mom money and paying her. That's a toxic thing that we normalize in the culture, and it's not okay. It's not. And it
What do you
and
mean?
it
What are we normalizing? Like what?
we normalize leaning on our kids
Kids
financially as
financially.
adults
Right,
because
right.
we made bad decisions when we was young. We didn't save money. We didn't invest in our future. And now our kids out there trying to go start their life and we borrowing money
And
from
we're
them
taking money from them.
every
Right.
other month and putting pressure on them. That's not okay, man. Like I think that people need to hear that. Like, that is not a thing that's okay. It only seems okay because we've normalized it in our culture, and it's something that we just look at as like a regular thing. But that's not a regular thing. You not setting your kid up for success. You setting them up for a toxic relationship. I'm telling you.
I mean, even goes back to what you said with what Rashad said earlier, like, or I think it was you or Rashad that was talking about putting light bills and phone bills and
Yeah,
electricity bills in the
yeah.
kids' names. And yo, by the time this young man or young lady's ready to go
Credit
get a
fucked up.
car, your credit is so fucked up, yo, you can't even buy
Yep.
water on credit.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like
yeah,
that's
man.
crazy. Like no,
Yeah,
no, no, we
this
never
is
do
this
that.
is the harsh reality, and don't nobody want to hear it. The harsh reality is, Mama need a man, and she needs to lean on her man for that stuff, not her son, not her child.
God forbid that happens. That would actually require her to change. Lord
Oh
knows she's
God.
not gonna do that.
Hi, F.A.
God
Welcome
forbid.
back.
Yeah,
Hey,
hey, yeah,
hey.
he know. This is what don't nobody
Right,
want to
right,
hear, man.
right.
Like you
Don't
gonna
nobody
lean
want to
on
hear
this
that.
Welcome,
boy?
F.A. Welcome back to the
What's
chat.
up?
Listen,
Wait,
my
F.A., we
my
got a
first
name now, F.A.
What's up?
Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Welcome.
Hey,
Let's
turn
go.
up.
I like that.
Discussions. I
But
like
listen,
that.
Yes.
I had a job working at Burger King, right? First check. My mom was like, "Hey, let's put it in the bank." I didn't have a bank account, so I was like, "All right, cool." So I put it in the bank. Do you know I've not seen that one check for the 2.5 months that I worked there? Now I only worked there 2.5 months because I ain't seen that near penny out of there. And I was
Nope.
like, "Hell nah!" I went to the corner restaurant and got a job under the table, so I got cash.
Well, it really is just a
Mm-mm.
reflection of,
That's
and
crazy.
it's the same reason why I always go back to, I say I hate baby mother culture. And it's because, and it's destroyed our community. And to me, this is one of the reasons why I understand when I hear these harsh, blunt comments when we say, man, you know what? Women got too many rights, right? They got too many rights. They done got in these positions where they can make decisions, and ever since they had the opportunity to make decisions for themselves, they've been making horrible decisions ever since, right? So
Hmm.
I wouldn't go as drastic as saying they shouldn't have, as many rights, but I do believe that most women shouldn't be making certain decisions. They need a leader. They need a man to be able to lead them because
That's what I
the
said.
outcome of these decisions is ridiculous. So
It's ridiculous.
why are you having a man is supposed to be having a man is important for so many different reasons, but one of the main reasons is that that man's supposed to take care of you when you get older, not your children. Your children are supposed to be able to start their own families, and then now they have a woman they're supposed to take care of when she gets
Exactly.
older, not you. And that's the selfishness of these baby mamas It's because they can't. They refuse to change. They refuse to be likable. They refuse to be agreeable.
Not
And
likable.
well, no, they not
Mm-hmm.
likable more than just laying on their back. And we got to just start saying that's what it is. They really only worth being used to lay on their back because we're going. Why can't they sustain a relationship with a man? And it can't always keep being the man's fault. Like, okay, cool. It's the man's fault half the time. What about the
They
rest?
don't.
Wait,
FA,
wait,
what if
wait, wait,
they
wait, wait, wait. Hold on, hold on,
want a
hold on.
man?
But why is it? But why is it got to be the man's fault half the time? I honestly believe it's just when people deal within relationships, they tend not to have conversations that need to be had in order to keep the relationship sustained. And I say that you got to have these uncomfortable, comfortable conversations.
You
And
do.
through these relationships, I've been with you for 5 years. You're not the same person I met 5 years ago today. So now we need to have we throughout the 5 years we should have been having different types of conversations. There's always a shift in a relationship. So we got to keep communicating and keep relearning each other. Yeah, we got to keep dating each other. And that's the
Man,
problem
you
that we
that
don't have.
requires that ain't the problem. That's like the third problem. We ain't even past the first problem. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Right,
You
funny.
right.
you at a different level. You
Hold on,
you say
FA.
you don't go
Let
ahead.
me read these comments. Mama said, hold on. She said he should be helping his mama. And you are the reason
Negative.
you are the
But how
reason these
old
kids
is
grow
he?
up entitled, thinking everything is supposed to be handed to them. I grew up helping my mom, taught me how to be a responsible adult. The man walks away without the kids or the bills.
Who
So
was that? A woman? Who said that? A woman or a man?
that was
A
mama.
woman.
So in
Oh.
my household, I've been working since I was 11 years old. I had a newspaper route, right? Because I like money, and I've always had a competitive spirit. So Carl is his name because we don't refer to him as yeah. Anyway, so him, right? He told me he started working at whatever age, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you," and went and got my working permit and got a newspaper route, got my own money. So I didn't have to pay anything, but what I did have to pay for was extra things, like if I wanted a beeper or my own phone in the room, I had to pay for those things. School clothes, I paid for my own school clothes.
But
Wait
that's
till
your
I
own
hear that.
stuff though.
And
That's
What you
those
your
say?
things
stuff.
are
That's
all
what I'm
those things
saying.
are
You
extra.
put those on a kid to teach him responsibility. Pay your
Right.
cell phone bill. You want them new Jordans, you save up and go buy them. I'm cool with all that, but I'm not about to take your money for my personal gain and then feel entitled enough to be able to do it without even asking you or telling you. And then,
And
like
you,
I said, it don't end there. That kid, when that boy
Yeah.
grow up
You
and he
keep
want to
going.
go out and live his life, his mama is gonna constantly lean on him.
I
Constantly.
want to be clear. Imagine, I mean, and this is the problem I have with these women. Stop
oh,
having children that you can't afford. You can barely afford yourself. What you don't realize, it's embarrassing that you just said, "Yeah, I helped my mother growing up." Imagine my daughter. I got a 10-year-old daughter. Imagine my daughter helping me financially raise her. That is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? No, my daughter would never have to help me financially ever. That
Well,
would
a
never
son is
have.
different. No, FA.
Huh?
Son
No,
of
it
a
ain't different
family.
because
No, y'all
if
out
I
here
had, hold on, let me
advocating
tell
for
you, it ain't
equal.
different because if I
right.
had a son, if my
You would expect your
if I had a
you would
son,
expect
he would
my
still have a
son to do the
father.
same thing. Right.
My
This
wife
what
is supposed
equal
to
look
lean
like.
on me,
Right.
not lean on my son. Are you crazy?
Exactly. Like I told you, I told my son, yo, you 18 now. You was on my account. You and your sister was on my account. Y'all could pay your own phone bill. You know what I'm saying? This is how much it's going to be. You ain't even got to pay me. You could go down or call 611 on your phone and pay the bill. Baby girl was like, Daddy, I find it weird that you're my dad and I gotta pay my own phone bill. Okay,
Well, that's
guess what, baby
unfortunate.
girl? You need to pay your bill, baby, because you're old enough to do that. You working. All I'm asking is to pay your bill.
When you're
So
supposed to
when
be
I let
helping
my
your
phone get
mom,
cut off,
you're supposed to be
When
helping your mom after if her husband passed away.
and
That's when
she's
you're
in
supposed
her
to be
older,
helping your
older
mom.
years. And she's in her
If
older,
her
older years.
husband passed away, not if she ain't
Hmm.
never had a man in her life. All she did was have three different baby daddies.
That's
And
it.
what the hell? What are you do? I'm asking you.
Yeah, but
What have you
look,
been doing in your life? What
we
have you been
don't.
doing with your life?
Don't nobody call it out though. As a matter of fact, in our culture, we make them martyrs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they be
Yeah.
like, even look at the situation. You was just at the Cardi B joint, right? Like look at this situation, right? Like she pregnant. with another dude's kid. She's still technically married to Offset, and the dude that she having a kid with, two other women just had kids by him like a couple months ago.
And he a
And
known
every and
player.
yeah, and everybody now, mind you, she's a multimillionaire, so it's cool. But this happens to regular working class women every day. And instead of like holding that accountability to the decision making, we make them heroes and
Right.
congratulations
Well,
and
no,
baby
no, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
we
showers
no, no, no,
and
celebrate.
it's
no,
We
like,
no.
celebrate.
There
yo,
are
We
that's
some.
bad.
definitely
No, no, no,
celebrate.
no,
That's
no.
Oh no,
bad.
no, we
There
don't.
are
But
not
women
all
definitely
people
celebrate.
are in agreement with what Cardi B is doing.
Well,
Trust me.
regardless,
She just
with
did a
their
whole
loud.
TMZ interview.
Well, their voices ain't loud enough, DD. Because it's all you always say they not all. It's not all. Well, we're not talking about all. We're talking about the voices we hear the most. And the voices we
Right.
hear the most. This is why women can't be taken. This is why I'm serious. This is why they don't take women seriously. Is because they so hypocritical. They go all on the internet, 50 million deep, talking about a nigga having a baby when he married and how he ain't this and he ain't that. Now but when she having a baby on her husband, it's oh, she deserved to be happy. And it's just, the problem is you're so hypocritical.
It's
No
critical,
one is going
right?
to take you serious. You can't take you.
Exactly.
We know you're
Exactly.
so biased that you can't be taken seriously. Nothing you say can be taken seriously. It's disgusting. And like my man said, it's true. If it was a regular guy, a regular woman, and not Cardi B, it'd be the same thing. It'd be known players.
Well,
These women be with guys
well,
that's
Clarissa
known
Shields,
players, had a bunch of
FA.
women. Huh?
And then they the victim.
Clarissa Shields, FA, is getting backlash from women because she's dating Papoose. So there are women that are
Well, that's
speaking up.
because
Maybe it's not.
that's only fans of. I think those are
Oh,
only fans
Remy.
of Remy
Right.
because
Those are Remy
Carissa
fans.
ain't did nothing wrong.
She ain't do
They
nothing.
they separated.
But 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 so is Cardi B though.
No, I don't think. No. I
No,
don't think
listen.
Cardi B did nothing wrong either. I don't give a shit.
Oh,
When you
okay.
separated, to
Right.
me, you separated. I'm talking about the hypocrisy of women that say shit like you still married. To me, that don't mean nothing to me. I don't care about you still
Right.
married shit. If you
Right.
publicly separated, to me, you single. You know what I mean? In my mind, you single. You're not, you just waiting
You know
for
what?
the
For the
legalities of the
divorce.
process to
That's it.
finish. You see what I'm saying? But
Right.
I'm talking about women. Women say shit like you're still married, even though you separated. They'll say shit like that.
Well, yeah,
But
Yeah,
condoning on
we had a
this
whole
nah.
discussion on that. But I want to go back to what I said about sons being different because I did hear this from Carl, who always told me, the reason why I was treated a certain way was because I was a girl, and the reason why my brothers, were treated a certain way was because they were boys, and he wanted to
But
make
that's the
women men.
toxicity that he had growing up.
Okay, but
Because
I guess I'm asking you guys is there shouldn't be any difference on how you treat your boys and girls. Because
I'm not gonna say there shouldn't be a difference, but the difference is with black men and their sons, we have to teach them strength and survival. With our daughters, we teach them, at least with me, with my daughters, I taught her how to survive on her own. And at times, you can't sit there and be like, oh, no, you need to get up at times again and make it happen. But if you need something, daddy here for you. Trust and believe
okay,
that. You can lean on daddy. I'm going to give you that nurturing because I am your father. So I'm going to be the first person that's going to love you unconditionally. So with my daughter, I had to show her what true unconditional love means. So that when she's out there, she don't have to run into these so-called players or somebody just kick the willy bob on her ear and she just automatically all in love now and fall victim to everything that's going on. That's, to me, that's what fathers do. And mothers do the same thing to their sons. You
okay,
teach the sons the game of women so that way they don't fall victim to the bullshit that women go through, put them through. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's the difference
yep,
as far as that. But as far as like, hey, you're at a certain age, now I have to teach you how to be responsible.
ooh,
Like,
my
like for
yeah,
example,
mm,
I just saw a clip. It was a young lady. She had two younger kids. It was his birthday, the young boy's
mm-hmm.
birthday. He got like maybe $500 for his birthday, and his mom and a PlayStation 5. The mother says, "Oh, I'm gonna have to take your PlayStation 5 back to the store because I need money for bills." And he was like, "Why? I got that for my birthday." She's like, "Man, give me your birthday money." The daughter interjected in. It's like, "Ma, why does my brother have to give you his birthday money or his birthday present
to help you with bills. If you stop going out all the damn time, getting your hair done all the time, and getting them nails done, and you stay home and cook dinner, then maybe you may have some money,
Yep.
right?
But look,
This
like
is
we
her
said
daughter
on the
speaking
last
that.
joint, it's the delivery, right?
That's
Oh my
it.
God.
It
Don't you
has to
start.
be delivered. I'm serious because these messages are like common sense, but it's almost like it don't
Right.
register unless the messenger relates to you or delivers it in a certain way. But it's like, yo, that's crazy, man. Look, and I see the comment what Mama's saying on what your mom saying on there. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying don't teach the child responsibility by managing money and giving them stuff, but
Right.
don't charge them a tax just because they're your kid, and don't feel a level of ownership over them to
Ownership
where you
over
can
them.
just go in their room, go through their personal stuff, take their money, not have to tell them. What is that?
Because the
I'm
light bill
telling
is
you, that's
the lights getting ready
birthing.
to cut off.
I mean,
But
that's a
look,
lot.
is
That's to
it
me, that's a lot
for
about
one?
that person.
It's not the kid's fault that the lights getting ready to turn off. For two, how about you sit down with him, talk to him, explain what's going on, but and don't just go steal his money in his room. You like that? That's what I'm saying. It's a toxic relationship that gets birthed out of it. And when this dude get
That's why.
grown and get out on his own, and he don't want nothing to do with his mama, now everybody gonna
Now
say
you
he the bad guy. But
right,
it's
right.
like this dude. Bro, my mama was going in my room, stealing my money, not telling me about it. Because in the thing,
Right,
in the post you posted, he found out and then came to her, and she was like,
right,
"Oh, it ain't like she came to him and was like,
right,
hey, the
right,
lights getting
right,
cut off." Like
right,
that's what I'm saying. There's this level of ownership and entitlement that's so thick
right,
that it's almost like that's why I say it births these toxic relationships that go well into the child's adulthood, well into it, and it's normal in the community. And I'm saying we gotta stop normalizing that shit. And
right,
we gotta stop having babies recklessly. And when we not in position to raise them correctly, we gotta
right.
stop doing that because what we
Who
do is
determined that? Who determined that?
but of course,
I don't
when
want to
I
only.
when
I don't
well,
want. I'm tired of being the guy that always call them out. I want to hear you say it. Say
yeah,
these women.
yeah, I'll say it, bro. I'll say it because
Mhm.
in these situations, this isn't no rape, right? Like these
Right.
women are willingly having
Willingly
unprotected
participate.
sex with these
Yeah.
dudes, letting them smash raw, busting them, sleep over the house. They already got two kids out of wedlock by two other different dudes, and it just goes and it goes and it goes. And we don't know. Everybody's scared to say something about it because a lot of these dudes grew up getting their ass beat by a black woman, getting whoopings and discipline and chastised by black women and big mama and grandmama. And so when you get grown, you scared to call them out because you were raised to look at them as just heroes that could do no wrong.
And they
But it's like,
bullies.
yo, yeah,
And they bullies.
this is an untold story in the community. Yo, we tell the story about the baby daddy that left and didn't pay and went
Right.
off where we tell that story in every movie, every TV show, every Tyler Perry. We don't tell this story. We don't tell this
No, that's a fact.
story. We don't
I
tell
said
this
the same
story.
thing,
And
Roy.
That's a
this
fact.
story is becoming more and more prevalent. Like it's becoming a norm, a cultural norm.
All right,
Right.
let me read some comments. Mama said I grew up child should not be living for free. Super Passa will never say never. If a parent goes through medical issues, kids may have to help out.
That's
Um
not what we're
Medical
talking about.
issues.
That
That's not
that's
what we're
not what we're
talking
talking
about.
about. But go ahead.
Mama said, here we go with the two bitter men. Her man got three babies, mama. So Mama said, my grown son lived in my home and refused to pay anything. It's not okay. And I babied my son his whole life and he's still ungrateful. What a
We're
And
not
that's
talking
why.
about grown men though. We're not talking about grown men.
And that was the problem in itself. That's the problem in itself. Because you just said you baby them, and that's the problem. This
Baby
is
them.
what happens when you don't
Right.
have a man in your house. Because you
Right.
no,
babied your son,
my,
and then now that
my
he
father
growing
was
up and he's
Carr was present in her defense. He was a good provider, but yeah, the presence wasn't all the way there. But go ahead.
I'm talking about in your house. I said, was the man in our house?
Yeah, that's my mama. Yeah.
I said the man.
Yes. My
Oh,
father
you
was
saying the man grew up with a man? Okay, cool. Well, you
yeah.
pick bad. You know what I mean? Because in my opinion, if you got a man in the house, he should have been instilling masculine male values in him.
Mm.
And
Right.
if he didn't, then that's a
Right.
reflection of the father. That
He
is a
was too
reflection of
busy
the
chasing
father.
hoes.
I'm trying to figure out why you raise a bum. Now, don't
He
get me
was
wrong.
too.
I hate
You
to.
want
I don't
you want
want.
the answer? I say
Well,
Carl was too busy chasing hoes. That's why.
okay. Well, maybe that's the female answer, but I will say I'm sure Carl wouldn't say that.
No,
But
no, 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 no. That's my sperm donor. He definitely was doing that. He got 5 other
no, I'm
kids.
not saying that's what he. I'm not saying he wasn't doing that. That's not enough to not being. It's a lot of active, great male masculine father that's still smashing bitches.
Just
That's not
smashing.
usually what
Right.
stops you
Right.
from being
Right.
able to be a
Right.
good father. That's all I'm
Right.
saying. So, but
Right.
that's neither here nor there.
Mm.
I'll put the blame on. I didn't like when she used the word. She said, "I babied them growing up." I mean, well, that's what
Right.
happens when you baby
Right.
boys. When you
Baby
baby
boy.
boys, they grow up to be weak, dependent men. That's exactly what they grow up to be. Don't want to work, don't want to lead, don't want to sacrifice. They want to stay in mommy house and stay on the nipple. So, and then when you got that's just a lack of a father. And if you had a father, then he just wasn't a good one. You know what I mean? That's just
He
what
was.
it was. And I hate to say it, but all fathers are not good fathers either.
Nah, that's
He
true.
Yo, and
wasn't.
what
That's
you
true.
gotta
That's
look
the part,
at,
part I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make. He wasn't a very good. He was a great
Okay.
provider, and there are some men out there that are excellent providers, missing
Right.
the father gene, but great provider. So,
Understood.
but look,
um,
Understood.
if you look at it in a lot of other cultures and a lot of other countries, and this is why I say like I feel like the way we do things in the West is wrong. And the way I learned this is my girl, her and her homegirl one day I was in the kitchen and they was watching this show on Netflix called Indian Matchmaker. You ever seen that?
mm-mm.
Briefly, I
It,
can get into it though.
and basically it's these Indian women in New York City and they like out here like getting match made and going on dates and stuff like that, and they out here getting dragged, they getting ran through. This dude didn't lie, this dude never called back, this dude whatever, and it's kind of sad to watch, and they sitting there laughing watching, and I'm sitting there in the kitchen like, yo, this is kind of sad because in these women native country, they would be raised in their household with the family, and then the family would choose a suitor based
Shooter
on the suitor's family and values.
and
And
values.
and
Yeah.
and and it's sad to watch them come live our way of life, where you go out here and just get ran through and get lied to and and get all these weird sexual experiences and get traumatized up, and then try to like pair bond with somebody. Like that's not the way it goes. In a lot of these other countries, the kids actually stay with the parents until they get married. They get set up for success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here we don't do that. We kick them out when they're 18 and make them start paying bills and
I
helping.
just said
And
that.
it's like you
I said
can't
that.
do that, man.
I
Like
just
that, and
said
we
that.
wonder why these a lot of these people turn out to be the way they
The
are.
way they
Our
are.
culture
Right.
is fucked up.
Yeah.
Our culture
But
is
you know,
fucked up.
is like I spoke earlier. I told my
Who
son he's
leading the
18,
culture?
right? You know, my son is
Who leading the
18.
culture?
Nobody.
You can don't do that.
Okay.
Okay, don't do that. No, no.
But I'm just saying
I'm
that.
just saying.
But let's
I
go
throw
back to
that
the
out
young
there.
lady and her son. She said, "There's no way a child of mine is gonna hide this much money in my house,
That's crazy.
right? In my house." So that means one, my son's room is dirty. I I don't walk in there. I'm going to clean it, but you ain't locking no door in my house. That you're
Yeah.
not gonna do. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'll open the door. Yo, what's up, son? I even give. Hey, I may not. Hey, and then open. Give you that courtesy. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna handle your responsibility because now you're 18. Just like I just finished talking to him today, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, I got this, that, and that. I need to pay my phone bill." You know what I'm saying? So I didn't work that many hours because I took off for this, that, and the third. Okay, well, go ahead and pay your phone bill. If you need something, let me know. I got you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna work
Hmm.
that out. Not, yo, you gotta go out here and figure it out. And I just told him like, yo, dude, I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I had a
Hmm.
hustle since I was little, like dead ass.
Yeah.
When Jordans came out, well, I wanted a pair of Jordans. Mama, I'm not paying $100 for
Yeah.
damn sneakers. No, not even Jordans. Filas.
Yeah.
Let me take it back to the Filas. When I got my pair of Filas, instead of the little click going up, that little click went down, and I had to wear those to school. You know how many times I
Mm,
got joked on for wearing them damn
I
fake
know
ass
they
sea
was
lions?
killing you. I would have been
And I was
killing
living in
you.
New York.
I would have been one of the one, yo, because we was going in like, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for my aunt following Christmas to buy me a pair of white on white shell-toed Adidas, always been clown. After that, I always bought my own pair of sneakers.
Mm.
Mama said you can't always blame the parents, and sometimes kids
Why you
influence
can't?
others. Hold on, I want to go back to something though that you said, clean, about because you said you don't want to coddle your kids, but then I feel like it's kind of a contradiction, maybe on my end. And again, I'm not a parent, so I can't really speak on this, but it kind of feels almost like a contradiction because you don't want to coddle your kids, but then you want to have conversations with them. We didn't have conversations growing up. It was the
But
That's
bill
the
or
problem.
hide
but
it.
why do you think? Let me ask you a question. You say that. Why do you think that's okay?
Because they're the parents. They pay the bills. They run the household.
But why
Uh,
do you think? But why do you think
Hold on,
it's
can I ask something real
okay?
quick? What's
Yeah,
your
go ahead.
position? I'm sorry. No, I want to hear your position. Are you saying Didi is saying her position is she agrees with parents not necessarily having conversation, like telling their kids what to do, and your position is you believe parents should have conversations with their kids?
No, no, no.
Definitely.
My
Mine,
position,
yes.
my position is okay. From the video she played, what happened was the
You got here
mom.
in no time. You got here in no. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
No, you good. The mom went in the kid's room, stole his money, didn't tell him she was taking it, and
Okay.
then went and spent it. And
Yeah.
then
on bills though.
when the son found out the money, when he I guess went to go put some more bread or whatever, he saw the money was gone, asked her about it, and then she was like, "I took it." What I'm saying is that is not okay. What I'm saying is. What level of responsibility are you teaching by that? You would teach more responsibility by sitting him down and showing him what bills is due and what help you need and what effect his money will have on it.
Right,
That's how
right,
you teach
right,
responsibility.
right,
What she
right.
did
And,
was
and hold on,
she
hold on, hold on.
stole
And
from him because
also,
she feels a level of ownership over him.
and she also should, while I agree with everything you said, brother. And she also, I just want to throw this in there. And she should also, while she teaching her responsibility, highlight how irresponsible she is. That
You
she
Exactly.
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 that she looking to a child to help her with her grown ass life.
Right,
Make sure she include that part too.
right,
They ain't gonna
right.
include that. That because that will require a level of accountability that does not register. Because a lot of women feel it's almost like a victim complex. It's almost
Oh,
like
it is. That's
they
exactly what it
feel
is.
that in any situation that requires like a certain level of like hard work or something like that, they automatically feel like somebody around them should be doing that. And so, and if it's not getting done, I'm a victim. If I'm not,
But why
if
should
the
he not want to help his mama though? I'm just
Wait, wait,
you
curious.
wait.
said
Okay,
what?
No, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
hold on,
no.
no.
hold
That
on.
He didn't even know. He didn't even know what was going on. He just got his
Exactly.
bread
He
stolen.
just got his
That's what I
money
no,
said.
no.
You
What
stolen.
ain't
we got to
teaching
do
him
it.
nothing
What
by
we got
that.
to do is we got to stop allowing them to shift the conversation to things that's not what it was. What she did and said has anything to do with a child helping a mother? If that was
Nothing.
not the conversation. We got to stop allowing them to
Right,
change the conversation
right.
because the conversation was
Exactly.
not about a child helping his mother. This
Right.
conversation was about a mother stealing from their child, feeling entitled that if you got this much money, it really belongs to me,
It really
and
belongs.
then
Right,
somehow
right.
trying to twist that into trying to and then the gangster shit
And
she said
then
at the end, like,
justify.
and your daddy didn't want you. I mean, she's a
I mean, she
disgusting
shouldn't.
person. She
That
shouldn't
was
have said none of it. She shouldn't have
Okay,
said none of
so prior to this young man working, right? You still have bills, right? They still got paid, right?
And when he leave, you
Then
still gonna have
and it
bills.
was when he leaves, he said, so now he's working. He didn't say, Ma, and he could have. We don't even know the back content. He could be like, yo, Ma, I need a car, da 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 da. And she's like, I ain't gonna buy you a car. You're gonna have to buy your own car. Okay, so my man got a job and he's saving up money to go buy a car. But then you take the man's hard-earned money, and you said thousands, so that means he had at least 2 or 3 bands possibly saved. You
Yeah,
know how
stole it,
long and
and
how
you
hard it is for
yeah,
a young man
and
to
you
save up that
stole the
much money?
bread. You
And you
stole
took,
So,
it,
DD,
dude.
I
what's your
mean, the
position?
discipline, because this man didn't even, let's say he probably didn't go out here and spend his money on a whole bunch of damn Jordans and superficial stuff.
Right,
He
right.
actually saved his money,
He
put
actually
it
on the
in his
right track.
shoebox. So
He
he's
actually
on
Oh,
the
on
no,
the
he
right
right
had no
track.
path
bullshit. How the
as a
fuck you teaching
man.
him responsibility? He
I ain't
already
taking shit.
responsible.
Right.
Already
He could probably
responsible. He's
teach
saving his
He
you.
the
money.
That
responsible one.
that's
Okay,
what I'm
so
saying. Like, and then like I said, the relationship gets toxic because imagine how he look. But you done went in
Now
my
look how he gonna
room,
look at his mom.
probably did move the condoms out the way, got my like you done went through my shit.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Moved his
so
herb out the
now
way of
we got
everything.
a whole nother like I said, it sets up this toxic relationship. You know how many dudes I know that was 28, 29 years old, got their own little one bedroom apartment, they grinding, and they can't even do stuff with their peers because they still giving their mama money every week. You know
so
what I'm
why?
saying? Like
What's the problem with that though?
huh?
What's the problem with helping your mom though?
That's not
No,
my
no, 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 no. The
responsibility
problem
as a
with
young
helping
I
your
man.
mom
might be the
is that
responsibility, but
how can I start a family of my own if I'm taking care of you? And you that's the thing. It's like that's why I say we gotta stop having kids out of wedlock this way because this is what happens, man. This is what you know how many people normalize having a kid with a person but won't marry him? It's like that shit
Right,
is
right,
backwards. It's like
right,
what the
right,
fuck? We gotta stop having kids in these situations because
right.
this
Why
is
we say
what
we? Why we
happens.
say we? Why you keep saying we?
Well,
Because I say,
the black
I'm talking
community
about
is
us, the
right.
black community. I'm talking about in
No,
our
no, no.
community.
We. Oh, I think. Oh, no. I thought you were talking
The
about. I
black
thought you were talking
No,
about
no, I ain't
both
talking about
no,
generations.
no,
men. No,
no,
I'm talking
no,
about black
no,
we
in the
talking
black
about you, Ate.
community.
No, I'm talking about. No, no. I'm talking about. I thought he was saying two people had babies.
Oh no.
Like meaning, like
okay,
when they say we have babies, they're like, no, it's only one person to have a baby. So we
Can I
got to
be?
we. Good.
I mean, this mother was. She should have had a conversation with him. But if the light's about to get cut off and
but
everything
we
else,
don't know that though.
and
We
I
don't
don't
know
got
that though.
like, I mean, where do
And
you want
again,
to pull the money out
why
her
is your lights about to get cut off?
What you
Why
do?
are you
That's your
such a
license about to
horrible?
get over.
Why are you? Why
You
are
ain't
you
got your
such
nails
a?
done? You ain't got your
Hold on.
hair done?
Why are you? Why are you such a failed adult? Like
You ain't
why are
got
you?
your
Why
face
are you
beat?
such a? Why
You know
is
what I
your
mean?
lights about to get cut off?
But
But you
I
know
mean,
why? You know why? Because it's some man's fault.
Of
no.
course. There you
What?
go.
How I
It's
feel
some,
about
she's
it?
a victim. She's a victim.
How
And
I feel about it?
that's the dangerous part about that victim complex is that a victim will do anything that they can convince themselves is okay to do. Because you're
Mm.
coming,
I
it's
think
almost like murder. It's
I
almost like murder, right? Like
I
murder is a
think it's
bad
funny.
thing. Like murder is a bad thing. But if you murder somebody in self-defense, it's not bad, right?
It's
You're
not
the
bad.
victim. So that's why I say like the victim complex runs deep because it will make you feel justification to go through your child's personal belongings and steal his money and not even tell him about it because you feel like a victim and you feel like he need to be doing something for you.
Can I
That's
say
I
this? Because I
crazy.
was taught as a kid, you're a child. You do as you stay in a child's place and do as a child is told.
as a
So
child.
there's
There's a
no
certain extent to
discussion.
that.
There's no
Oh, let him
discussion.
finish. Go
There's a
ahead, D.
time
Go
limit
ahead.
that on Didi.
Huh?
There's a time limit on that.
No, no,
I'm
no.
not.
I
I'm
want
not.
no,
You
no,
talking
no.
I'm
Hold
not
about
on,
a
a
child at
9-year-old.
18.
18.
You talking about a
Can you?
I'm talking about an
9-year-old.
8-year-old.
No, can you
Yeah.
relate? Can you connect that with this topic?
Of
He,
Okay,
you
course.
good.
said a
All right.
child
So
should stay where the child plays. Can you connect that with this topic?
what I guess I'm going back to what Clean said. I I just don't believe as a parent in having like this conversation. That's gentle parenting to me. Fuck a conver I'm not having no conversation with you. Period. You
I'm
a child.
Wow.
take.
See
Oh
that?
no, no, no,
You a
no, no, no,
Nah,
no.
man.
No, 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 no,
child.
no, 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 no.
Nah,
No,
No, no, no.
no,
Hold on,
no,
hold on, y'all.
Didi.
Because I think
No,
y'all
Didi.
misreading what she's saying. So I want to be clear. You're saying you don't believe in having a conversation with a child. Okay, I'm okay with that. Actually, are you saying you're not okay with having you're okay with not having a conversation with this example with
No,
this guy that you took the money from?
no. Because if I was the mother, I would have never took the baby's money. I would have at least said, hey,
So you think the mother's foul for that, right?
yes, I think she's
So,
wrong.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
But
Okay.
what I'm saying is, I know, Clean. You said how I don't believe in that type of parenting stuff. it's not working.
It's
But
not
it's
gentle, but
act.
that's why I say that's where it's getting confused. It's not gentle parenting. I'm not saying
Having
don't give the
conversations
listen. I'm not
is
saying
what
don't
have
give
been
the
said.
child responsibilities. I'm saying give them responsibilities that will benefit their growth and not just you. What I'm saying is
I think
he
y'all talking
needs to
about two
know
different things.
how to invest his money. He needs to be paying his own cell phone bill, buying his own clothes,
Yeah.
buying his own shoes. That's not gentle parenting. Gentle parenting would be me buying all that stuff for him. It's
Hey,
not gentle
DD,
Just,
how
parenting.
DD, how
I'm talking
old
about
was it
buying.
when you
I'm
stopped
talking
having
about having
conversations?
actual conversations with
Right,
kids.
right.
I'm not sitting there and having.
What
There's
do
nothing to
you start
talk
having
about.
conversation? What age do you think you should start or stop having conversations? Like, what age is it when you should start having conversations, DD? If you
Maybe
should ever.
maybe when they're teenagers. Maybe about
Okay.
12, 12, 13. But as far as you being 7, 9, trying to dictate to me how you feel, I don't care. Because guess what? My mom, they cared, but didn't care enough. You did as you told, and what you say, because you're a child and you live in my house.
Hey,
I
I
feel
got
yeah.
that. I got that. But how did you
I'm
feel when that
100%
happened
on.
to you, though?
I
How
don't
did
care.
you feel
I
when that
felt like
happened to
shit.
you
I
like that?
felt like shit. But I agree with it. I'm with Didi on that one because I didn't like it when it happened to me. But I damn sure. But when you're a child, you think like a child, and I didn't like it because I felt
Agreed.
like a child. You know what I
Right. But
mean? But
see,
I ain't a child no more,
this is when you see me. I
and
don't.
it's good because it builds character too. And the
I think
child,
with
it good.
me, I'm only
It's a
speaking from my
child.
experience. All I can do is
Okay.
speak from my experience, right? So as a child, yes, I might have had my own feelings and thought process, and I may have brought it to my parents. Oh, I don't care. You're a child. You're gonna do what I say Okay, cool. When I had mine, hey, listen, we're gonna have conversations, but you still gonna like. It's still a respect level here, but we're gonna have conversations, and I'm gonna speak to you so you can have totally awareness of what it is that I'm saying, not just because you're a child and I'm an adult and I have ownership or leadership over you. No, because you're still a person, you still have a thought process. You still have feelings. And I
Oh,
care about your thought process. I care about your feelings. So I want to help grow those in a healthy way because I know for me, it was unhealthy growing up for
I
me.
think that's circumstantial, right? I think I'm
I
not.
give you that. I give you that.
I
It could be
talk to my
circumstantial.
child too, but I tell him like I tell my child what to do, and
yeah.
then I explain to him sometimes why. You know what I mean? So they'll under like not all the time, but sometimes I do because I understand little girls. You know, I don't have a son, but I know that little girls sometimes they can be fragile. You know what I mean, and how they feel. So the way you deliver messages got to be, sometimes. So and then sometimes
Yeah.
it's beneficial to explain it to a certain degree. Now, there's a difference between when I decide to explain something because I feel like it is productive for me to do that, and it's another thing to feel like I'm explaining because my child's feelings is hurt. No,
No,
no, I rock
no,
out
I'm
on
not
that.
You
saying I'm
that's
not
why I
saying
say
for all of that. I'm
you
saying that there's are times that I had to stop myself and listen to my children. Now, granted, my first two were girls. So my son
Right.
came, that's my last. So I was moving how I was raised or how my dad moved towards me with my son when I was younger. And then I seen how it was affecting my son. I was like, damn, you know what? I know the relationship my dad and I have, and that's not the relationship that I want my son and I to have. So I had to think about what I was doing and redo
I
something
got
to
you.
say and maintain a relationship. So that way now me and my son could laugh, joke, talk. He could do uh, we could talk about what is going on. And he'd be like, yo,
yeah.
you know what, I got you, dad. You
They
know
your
what I'm saying?
kids, they not your
I to not
property.
like I could call my dad now and he'd be like, what you call me for?
Nah, they my property. I don't know what you
No,
talking about.
Ah,
no,
Like,
no,
They
mommy,
my
you
no, no,
act
no.
property.
like hell. You
This
like,
what I'm
mommy,
saying.
you 18. You got
oh
me
my
No,
like
God.
no, this is what I'm saying. Okay, like for instance, the other day, I got a son, like I said, my son's 6, he'll be 7 Saturday. So
Oh word.
yeah. So
birthday.
All right, all right.
appreciate it. The other day, I made him come under the house with me because I had to change the air filter and the HVAC, right? So he was like, "Oh, I don't want to go under there. Da, 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 da." I was like, no, I'm gonna bring you down here. I want to teach you how to do it. You need to know. So we go down there, just spider web, just all all this stuff. We go in there, we change the air filter. Then we came upstairs and I showed him a YouTube video about the dangers of not changing the air filter and what can happen. So I taught him a responsibility and showed him the cause and effect. That's how you teach him something. I didn't say, get your goddamn ass down there and change that goddamn air filter.
No, when
You
no.
can't do that. You
I'm
know what
not
I'm
saying no,
saying?
no. I don't think nobody is saying that. Well, listen. I'm not saying that. But you told your child what to do. You told his ass to get up, and get down there and put that damn
Yeah.
infant in the car.
Anybody?
That is telling the child what to do. That's not having a conversation with the child. You're confusing explaining after you tell him what to do is a conversation. That's not what a conversation is. When we hear, or at least what I think me and Didi are hearing, when you say have a conversation, it's almost like you're explaining it before you tell them. I'm
Well,
telling you what to do first. Hey, get
what I'm
up and get
saying,
down there.
yeah.
And
No,
you
I'm
know what
telling,
happens when you have
yeah.
a conversation? You know what that breeds to? That breeds a child that keeps questioning you too. 'Cause
Yes.
now everything is a conversation. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
Dad,
no,
why do I gotta do that?
No.
I'm giving you orders and you gonna learn how
Right.
to take
Right.
these
And you
orders,
go.
but
Right.
I'm not giving you orders for my personal benefit. I'm giving you orders
Right.
to teach you
Right.
humility,
Right.
responsibility, discipline. That's why I
Right.
say it
What's something that gives the person what's something that is order that is given that's to the parent's personal benefit? I'm
well,
trying to figure out.
in this situation, the mom stole the money. What
Oh
I'm
no.
saying
I'm
is
not talking about that. Okay, yeah, I'm not talking about that.
yeah, no, that's what I was referring to because I'm saying the mom, if you really want to teach your son something, you would have been better off showing him where the money's going towards. Show him the bill, show him the statement, show him last
I'm
month's. You know what I'm saying? Show him
100%,
last month's
100%,
statement.
I think
100%.
Yeah, show him show him the electricity, the usage and the voltage. Like show him, and then that way he gonna give you the money, but at least now he don't feel robbed. He don't feel stolen. He
Yeah,
not
how
mad as
about
fuck
it?
at you, and he don't hate you when he 28, 29 because you was stealing his money from him. That's all I'm saying. It like we breed these toxic relationships and we don't even know it. And like I say, when he 30 years old, he probably still gonna be taking care of his mama, and it's probably gonna affect his
Of
dating
course.
life.
Of course it is. These bitches ain't, listen, don't nobody want these hoes.
yeah.
She gonna want these hoes. That's why they alone. That's why they alone.
But look,
And,
check
they
it
lie
out
to
though.
themselves. Hold on. And they
But
gotta lie
Fa,
to themselves and say they happy. They gotta say shit like, oh, I'd rather be alone. They gotta say shit like that because don't nobody. I bet you do. That's like a fat person saying, I'd rather be fat.
You know
Yeah, I
what?
want to be
You
fat.
know
but
Yeah,
what?
look,
I
You
Fa.
want to
know
be fat.
what?
Get the fuck out of here.
But look, FA, check it
All
out.
right.
If she would have, but in a lot of cases, this is why I say we got to stop having these kids out of wedlock and
I'm saying
unprepared.
we.
Because in
See,
a
I'm
lot of,
saying we.
well, no, well, I'm saying in
That
general,
had to do.
because what happens is if you had the kid under wedlock, if the dad is dead, you probably would have got some level of life insurance to help
Yeah,
you
for
with that.
sure. Absolutely.
If y'all divorced, you probably would have been getting a level of child support or alimony or something to
Yep.
help you with that. But when
That's
you
right.
have a kid out of wedlock with no attachments, this is what you end up with. You end up with these son husbands that end up having to take
That's right.
care of you until you
And, wa-
die.
and watch this. And watch
That
this,
makes sense.
DD.
Like
DD. DD. Watch this. Watch this, DD.
son husband.
I'm a feed more him.
Ooh.
And you say these, and you said that you breed these son husbands, and guess who don't like son husbands?
Ooh.
Y'all,
Yeah.
Women who looking for
y'all,
eligible mate
it's
that
like
don't
y'all
Right.
want nobody
breed.
with their titty in
Right.
their mouth.
Yep,
Right.
y'all
Oh yeah,
breed dudes
mama's
that
boy.
y'all wouldn't even deal with.
That's
Per-
right.
right.
Then
Perfect
y'all get to
example. This
Well,
complaining
young.
I
about
have
he
these damn
always
gentle
helping
ass
his mom. He always doing this for his
kids.
Right.
mom.
Right.
You
Right.
making the
Perfect
children
example.
off with these gentle ass conversations.
No, but see,
We
see,
had
no, but
tough
see,
loving
listen.
back in the day.
You
So
you got you got you got a young man that's married to
okay?
to a woman, right? But now he moves his mom in the house, and mom feels entitled that she got more position over the man's wife because the son
Yeah,
been taking care of her ever since he was little.
that's
So
right.
Yep,
now the mother's in the house trying to tell the wife what to do in her own
yep,
house,
yep,
And
causing
you know why?
confusion between the man and the husband, the wife and the
yep,
husband. And
yep.
now the wife is like,
no.
yo, what you gonna do? It's either me and your mom. You like, damn,
And
why
you
would you
know
put
why
that
the
man in
mom
that
feel
position?
entitled to be able to tell her wife what to do? You know why she feel entitled?
Because
Because she,
she, yeah, I'm gonna
cause
let
she
you get.
ain't got no man.
There
Because
you
she
go.
ain't got no man.
Yep.
See, because you know
There
why?
you
Because
go.
if she had a man, she would know then her position is not to go into another person's house and try to tell her son what to do because her husband would check her. Hey, you out of pocket. You
Out of
out of
pocket.
pocket.
Or
You out of
maybe
Because
line.
the
how would you feel?
or maybe
How would
the
you feel if my
uh,
mother said something to you, mom? Like, what if your husband's mother was checking you?
Right.
You wouldn't allow no other mother come in your house
Right.
and do that. So why you doing it in your son's household? You know
Right.
why?
Yep.
Because you ain't got no man.
You ain't got no
Because
man.
you ain't
Yep.
got no man yourself. That's
Right.
mama
Right.
said,
Yep.
"Now, mom, that make you happy,
But
newsy."
that's the problem. You looking for
It's not a man's
happiness.
job to make
You
you
looking
happy.
for
You have
but
to be
how?
happy within yourself.
Yeah,
It is the
and then
man's
you
job to maintain and make everything around. But if you're not happy in yourself, no matter what I do, you ain't never gonna be happy. And I ain't a fucking clown, so I ain't
yeah,
about to jump through
and
no
in
hoops.
these family scenarios, it's not about happiness. It's about duty. It's
duty.
about
That's right.
duty, man.
That's it. That's
You
it.
can't like happiness comes and goes. It's not a
That's
permanent
it.
emotional state. Nobody
That's
And,
ever gonna
it.
be able to just make you happy all day, every day.
and you
You,
wonder why I call these
it's
women.
about duty. It's
You
about duty and responsibility. We got three
you wonder
kids.
why I look at these women like they
You
children. Only a child
exactly
think they supposed to be
looking
happy
for
all the time.
happiness. Nigga, here's the
Only a
thing. You know
child think
what?
that.
You ain't making me happy neither because you done
Boy,
gained
yeah.
55 pounds
Right.
since I first met you. Them
Right.
titties done dropped. You don't take care
Right.
of your hair no more. You
And your pom
don't
pom
ain't
stink.
happy no
Listen,
more
don't you
either.
talk about no damn hair after I got
No,
called a
no, no.
bald
I
headed
know
Kelly
it's
baby.
Cisco, my
Don't you
bad.
say no.
But what I'm
Don't you
saying
start no
is,
more.
what I'm saying is, why you think the man happy, but he understands his duty and responsibility to get this
Responsibility.
You think
family
she,
over the
you know,
hill.
brother,
Right.
you think she care about you being happy? These
Of course
women are,
not.
No, they
they
Of
don't
course
don't.
give a
They
not.
damn about you
don't.
not being
Of course
happy. They
not.
only think
Because the
about
moment
themselves.
the moment a man tells a woman, "Look, I'm not happy," the first thing that woman gonna say, "Oh well, that's not my problem. You got to figure it out." But these bills need to be paid. What you gonna do?
Yep.
Mama
Right?
said, hey, y'all not happy without a man. I'm not hearing things. All right, let's do some final thoughts because this has been a good conversation. This will go up at YouTube discussions with Dee Dee Parker, but that's not. It's I am Dee Dee Parker. So
I would feel
like,
incomplete without a woman. I can tell you that.
Of
like,
course.
I would
subscribe,
damn sure feel
follow,
incomplete.
please.
Of course.
Discussions with Dee Dee Parker.
You gonna save more money.
I did miss your commentary, friend, because we had some good topics last week, especially with Cardi B. Boy, I know you. But
Yo, I don't know what's going on because I got no. I went
I,
to your page and put.
I need to see if I'm following you. Maybe that's maybe why you're not getting the alerts. But
I go to your. I went to your page and put the notifications on. So every time you post, like you just flooded my shit. You was posting a lot, but
yesterday, oh, you missed
just
the
saw
whole
every.
the beginning of the conversation. I got called a bald head black well whatever you said.
Damn,
Yeah, I got called a bald headed. So and we gonna have a conversation because if my heterosexual men are gonna be held accountable, so are you LGBTQ men. Okay,
say it again. That's right. That's right. That's right.
kind
Put them to the
holding
fire.
y'all accountable
I
too.
love that conversation.
You cannot go around disrespecting black women either. So,
Well, women got to stop calling them women, and that's women's fault too. Women got to stop going
but
around
the
supporting that they women.
oh yeah, he
but
called me a
that's
bald headed bitch. That's what he called me yesterday. A bald headed bitch.
Hmm
I said, sir, you ain't that far removed, but okay then.
Yeah, them dudes, y'all the only ones that give them dudes affirmation. Y'all,
Yeah,
they
y'all
kind of
sure
like
do.
y'all created them dudes like
that's
Frankenstein. Like
it.
y'all
That's it.
created them.
Hmm
They
That's
don't
it.
they
Y'all
don't they
gave him the
don't they don't
power.
kick it with us. Like
Yeah,
y'all the
that's a
ones that hang out with them, party with them, try on clothes with them. Y'all let them call y'all bitch and all that shit.
Right.
That y'all
Y'all
created these
sit there
dudes.
undressed in front of them and be like, "Ooh," and want to
they,
compare this
Yup,
and that
they
with
want to
them.
tell you
And
yup.
no,
if the
fuck that. They
heterosexual
still
men
men.
are accountable, so are you LGBTQ men. You will talk about protecting
Exactly.
men at all costs. That don't just mean heterosexual black men. That means y'all too. Anyway, okay, I'm done. Oh yeah, yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They
We gonna
probably feel like they need to be protected.
no
uh-huh.
no no no
Oh,
no 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 no
Uh-huh.
no 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 no. Because if we
They like
talking
who
about
gonna protect
we
us?
we talking about protecting women at all costs, it got to start with them too. Because you can't just walk around just being disrespectful, calling me out my name.
but he don't see.
So
He don't look at you. He.
no, we not.
He
I
look
don't.
at
I'm
you
not.
as a peer.
I was
We
about
not.
to say that, but I wasn't trying to like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was trying to find a
Oh no.
political way to put that, but
Oh no.
exactly what you.
He meant that like he wanted. He like that. He said, "Don't talk to me, bitch."
Right,
Damn.
because that's how women talk
No,
to
no,
each other.
no.
So if one very,
I don't call other women bitches.
not you, not you.
Boo.
I'm not saying you,
Yeah.
but there's enough blood sisters out here that talk to each other just like that and refer to themselves as the female dog. And when I told the woman that, I said, "Why you calling yourself a female dog? I ain't calling myself a female dog. Then what you think a bitch is?"
You know,
I didn't know that was a female dog. Then you need to go back to class
there
and
will be
read
no
dictionary.
disrespect. Because if I got to give it to the heterosexual men, I'm about to give it to y'all too.
But
Y'all
they
are
but they but they see y'all as equals.
no, they don't. Oh, I'm not nobody equal. You will respect me. And calling me out my name and calling me a bald headed bitch because that's their favorite line to go to is very disrespectful. So,
Very much so. Very much so.
and he lucky because babe on here now talk about why something always happen when I'm not there. Yeah. Lucky boyfriend wasn't there because it would have been a whole nother situation
All
on
right, I got a
Riverdale.
quick question for you. Before we leave, I got a quick question for you. What if
Yes.
boyfriend's mom came in the house and said, "Didi, you need to clean this and you need to do that. And you need to do that. And because I'm here now and I'm running things." Then what you
Boy,
gonna do? How you gonna feel?
boyfriend, no, boyfriend. He would have, mom. Because it was something I was doing Thanksgiving, and his mom was saying something, and he's like, "Mom, let her do it her way." Like, so nah,
But
he
see,
would.
but that's what I'm saying. But there's a lot of women and their sons because they baby their sons and coddle their sons and put their sons to take care of them, and they feel like when they come into the house and their sons move on, they could come in that house and run that household as well.
I didn't have to say nothing. He said he was the one. He said he did it. So I let him
All
handle it.
right, must respect the boyfriend though.
I wonder what your mother think though. She probably would feel like she could.
Who, my mom?
She probably
No,
would because
no, no,
she
no.
was in here talking mad
See,
junk
No,
earlier.
I
I'm
didn't
saying
come
if she,
on here say, but my mama is sweet as pie. Libra gang
Nah, I
coming.
know she
What up,
is. And
Libra?
hey, my
Y'all
birthday
know
next
this.
Saturday,
None
so
of your
you know I
birthday
already
coming up.
know. Oh,
But
ain't her birthday next Saturday too?
hey, Pecan Brown, cooking them collard
It's
greens.
on the
Bring
fourth,
plate,
right?
girl. Let's do final thoughts. We'll start with you. Got you opening your team, then we'll go down the line.
My final thought is on this particular situation on the video, mom's was dead wrong. Point blank period. I think there should have been a conversation that she had with her son, and then possibly things could have been worked out and went differently. What she done is created a whole avenue for her son to now disrespect her and see her in a different light.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's it.
That was good. All right, FA.
same old, same old. I hate baby mother culture. And it, to me,
That's great.
I think women need to have men and leaders in their life because I think a lot of these situations wouldn't happen if we had men, leading the show. You know what I mean? That would never happen. I don't think a father would have allowed his wife to go steal money from his son. You know what I mean? And try and all this other weird shit. So I just think this is why I say I hate baby mother culture because I think it tree branches into to so many different areas of life. So yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Mama said her final thought is, Mama don't do nothing at my daughter's house unless I'm at. She really doesn't. Like I try to
Ma, we
be a
know we
Okay.
messing with you.
yeah a bit for
I don't
Mama.
know. I don't know.
Shut
I'm saying I don't know.
up. Okay, I'm gonna make an announcement because me and got you open tea are working on something. Clean, clean. 85, you be some new damn. But you're in Atlanta. Welcome to come out. I'll tell you, but I want you to do your final thought on what we got.
Okay, my final thought is study. Look, we need to study, we need to read, we need to pay attention to other cultures. I know we super obsessed with our own culture, but look at what's going on in other countries. Look at other customs and other traditions and start to incorporate some of that into what you do because you can stand to learn a lot. When I started, I've been over 30 countries. When I first started traveling, it's changed the way I looked at everything. So I just implore people to just look at Japanese culture, Indian culture, look at all these other places and pick and grab some of those traditions and customs and incorporate them into your own family's culture. It'll make your family better. We need to let go of what we've normalized in our culture because a lot of that shit is poison and it's toxic. That's my
And
final
we wasn't
thought.
and we wasn't like that. We wasn't like that prior too. You know
We
what I'm
wasn't.
saying? We as you see in them other countries and them other cultures, that was us here as well until you know what I'm saying colonization. So yeah,
Yep,
I totally agree.
for sure.
My
It
final thought.
wasn't due to no damn colonization. We gotta stop saying that. Ain't had nothing to do with
What
no
was it, man?
slavery, and ain't had nothing to do with no colonization. Black folks was good black folks all the way up into the 50s and 60s. Black folks
Okay.
walked around with respect and they had family values. 90% of all black women were married at the time of on their wedding night. They were virgins.
I can
So
agree.
what happened was it was after the civil rights movement and the feminist
Exactly.
movement is
The
when
feminist movement. Yeah.
and having a baby without being married destroyed us.
When women got rights, honestly.
That's
Oh my God.
what happened.
Okay, this is another subject. Okay, my final thought is, me and Got You Open ENT are working on something that. What's the date? Got You Open ENT?
November 2nd.
November 2nd. If you are in the ATL, hip hop legends, uh, Weston Smith and
Smith and
Weston.
Wesson.
Yes, we're putting something together. It's going to be a pop-up podcast meet and greet with them. So if you're a true hip hop legend, then you know who Smith and Wesson is. They're going to be doing Rock the Bells in New York City, so they want to do a meet and greet. So we're going to do a pop-up podcast / meet and greet Q&A. So if you are in town, come through.
That's
And those.
what's up. I'm gonna try to come holler at y'all. I'm down here in off Camp Creek. So
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'm in Conyers. All right.
oh bet. Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
come
what's the
holler at
pizza
y'all.
spot too? Got You
It's
Open
in
ENT.
Little 5 Points.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll shoot the name out there.
once we get all that, I'll get you guys over a
Oh, is
flyer.
it Savage Pizza?
Nah, the vegan joint.
Oh, okay.
Where the old ice cream spot used to be at over there in Little 5 Points on the corner.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's what we're getting together. I the plan is, and for us that we do this, that I eventually want to start traveling with this because I think what we do is good. I think we have a good product. YouTube is showing numbers of showing positive numbers. So
Yeah,
I'll,
I'm subscribed by the way. Good.
thank you, Asa. And you probably was the one that commented on one of the posts too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yo, Didi, do me a favor. Pin your YouTube joint down on the bottom so that people that are following me, they can see your joint as well.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But this good stuff, like I said, the numbers, I mean, they're not lying. Numbers don't lie. People lie, but the
Of
numbers are
course not. Numbers
so
don't never lie.
one video I think we did, you weren't on it, FA, with Dr. Umar talking about the Black community, about that whole thing. It's almost at like 800 views. So, I mean, and that's
Good.
good. I just started. So, yes to me and
That's
my
great.
800 views. Okay.
That's right.
Wins.
That's right.
Small wins count too.
That's
Of
right.
course they do, man. You know, you got to crawl
So,
before you walk or run.
that's the goal. Me and Got You Open ET are trying to set something up where we do it like once a month, like a pop-up podcast in different locations. So be on the lookout for that. But the end of the year coming next. But that's all I got.
Sound good.
I appreciate you guys for hopping on and staying with me. I really do. Y'all don't even know how much I appreciate y'all. It almost makes me want to cry. But then I
Go ahead,
remember
let
that
it out.
a
Let it
ball.
all out.
Ah! So I ain't gonna cry. I said, "Oh, this nigga don't know who I is. I'm on the radio, but you lose. I win every time. I go play with somebody else. And I'm be like, oh, I'm gonna be on the weekend. Hey, Cisco.
Oh, oh!
That's what
I'm
I call.
listening for that one. I'm gonna listen for that one.
That's what I call. That's what he got mad about. So I will never call anybody in the LGBTQ community Cisco again, because clearly that's an insult. All right, I'm done.
All right,
All
yo,
right.
peace, everybody.
Much
Y'all have a
love.
good
Appreciate
rest of
y'all.
the day, man.
We will
Always,
go live
peace.
tomorrow, 1:30, because I got to get on here early. I got a meeting at 2:30, so 1:30 tomorrow. Love y'all for y'all. See you tomorrow.
Peace, peace, peace.